Everyone, just setting up for my class at 5:30 in about 15, 17 minutes. So just setting up all the equipment and stuff, making sure everything works. And I'll see you there in a few minutes. Test 1, 2. Okay. Hi everyone, welcome to my Vinyasa class. My name is AMIT HERI. We're going to begin in a comfortable seated posture today. So if you have a bolster or any cushion that can give you some elevation, it's always nice to sit on that. Start by straightening your legs and then bending your left knee. Take the left heel close to the bolster and then cross the shin of the left shin with the right shin and place the right foot under your left knee. So this is a slightly different version of Sukhasana where the feet, as you can hopefully see, are under the knees. So they support the knees here. And move the buttock flesh to spread the sit bones on the bolster or the floor if you're not using one. And place your hands at the roots of your thighs. Flex your feet slightly. Lift your sternum up. Take your shoulders back. And bring your elbows towards your torso to widen the chest as well. Then press down gently at the roots of your thighs to open the hip joint and relax the knees down towards the floor. And continue to lift the sternum up and take the navel in. Place your head neutrally over your spine and chin slightly down. Stay there for a moment. Bringing your mind into the environment of your physical body. And just getting a sense of the position as well as the feeling around your ankles, knees, hips. Try to balance between left and right, the position and the actions. And your shoulders, elbows, and wrists. Place your hands next to your hips on the floor or your bolster, and using your hands, you can lift the sternum up a little bit more as you push the wrists down. And once again, take the shoulders back, drop your shoulder blades down your back, elbows towards your torso. Gently coming into the physical body, coming into your practice, and coming into the present moment in time and space. Connect with your awareness and just observe what's happening around your ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, elbows, wrists, and maybe you can refine your actions to create more balance. And then bring your hands to your thighs, palms facing up. Lift your sternum up again, shoulders back and down. And to bring your nervous system to a more neutral place, suggest for your throat to relax. Release the skin on your face, your forehead and your cheeks. And soften your eyes. And then just observe your breath as you breathe naturally. This is a simple yet profound practice to slow the mind down, to withdraw it from the external environment, and to focus it, stabilize it. By just observing your breath, your mind becomes a little more steady. And when the mind becomes more steady, it also helps to relax it. A distracted, active mind is not congruent with a relaxed mind. A focused mind is a relaxed mind. Okay, and then open your eyes, please. Release your hands and legs, and then we're going to go into tabletop. So you can move your bolster away to the side if you have one. And come to tabletop with your hands in line with your shoulders in line with your wrists, and your knees under your hips. Spread the tops of your feet on the floor, knees and feet hip distance apart, and spread the skin of your palms on the floor. Stretch the fingers, a little bit of gap between fingers, and point the index finger straight forward. Press the tops of your feet, and we're going to do a few cat-cows, and in this we also come into the practice of vinyasa, which essentially means moving the body and placing the body in a specific order. And a more advanced version of vinyasa is to do that with your breath. So with your cat-cow, inhale, lift your head and look at the wall in front, lengthen the sternum forward and lift your sit bones up. Exhale, round your spine and release your head. And breathe slowly, move slowly. Inhale into cow, looking forward, lift your sit bones, take your chest through. Exhale, round your spine, release your head. 3 more times, please, on your own. Inhale, look at the wall in front, lift your sit bones up, press the tops of your feet on the floor. Exhale, round the spine, release your head. Relax your hands to the floor. Inhale, activate, arch the spine. Exhale, relax and round the spine. One more time, pressing the tops of the feet and the inner edges of your palms. Inhale, look at the wall in front. Exhale, round the spine. And come back to neutral, please. We're going to child's pose with the hands in front first. So keep your hands where they are. Walk your knees back, feet back and knees back. Join your big toes. Let them touch and knees apart. And sit down on your heels. Look forward first. Look a little forward. And energize your arms as if they're in downward dog. So here, look at your hands. And stretch the palms. Stretch the fingers. Especially do an internal rotation of the lower arms to ground the index finger and the thumb side of your palms. Then keeping that grounded, energize the arms, straighten your elbows off the floor, and then do an external rotation of the upper arms to widen the collarbones. So ground the index finger and the root of the thumb and the index finger, keeping the grounded external rotation of the upper arms to widen the collarbones, and take your shoulder blades down your back. Lengthen the sternum forward again like you did in cow, and then release your forehead to the floor. Once the forehead touches, just gently move the skin of the forehead gently sliding your forehead towards your hand slightly. Recharge the foundation in your hands. This is a prep for downward. This is important. And make sure that the roots are dropping into the floor. External rotation of the upper arms again, and energize your arms. Take the energy up your arm and heels even more to relax and open the hip joint and the legs. Stay there, please. And notice the position
around your wrists, hands, elbows, shoulders, hips, relaxing, knees relaxing, keeping everything as it is. Take your hands back with your wrists, back of the wrist close to your legs on either side. Release your elbows to the floor and your shoulders will also relax. And then just relax here. Just as we warmed up one aspect of the practice, which is action, let's warm up the other aspect, which is equally, if not more important, relaxation. So relax ankles, knees, hips, wrists, elbows, and shoulders. Release and the front of the torso towards and the forehead moves towards the eyes slightly. Soften your throat and just observe your breath again. Centering the mind. Relaxing the body, centering the mind. Good. Inhale. Come on, please. Come back to tabletop. And let's go into variation again. It's a prep again for downward dog. So from tabletop, you're going to walk your knees back. Your knees will be hip distance apart, feet will be hip distance apart. Walk your knees and feet back. Keep your hips in line with your knees so they don't move back like child's pose. Neither do they move forward. Keep your hands forward, look forward. Recharge the action in your arms as you've been doing, and then release your forehead to the floor. Here, your hips are up so you can lift the sit bones up more and open the shoulder joint a little bit more. Press the tops of your feet, ground the roots of your fingers. Internal rotation of the lower arms, external rotation of the upper arms to widen the collarbones. Lift the sit bones up and take the navel in a little bit. Stay here, please, in puppy dog. Prep for downward dog. Keep your consciousness in your hands, your actions as they are. Lift the head up, tuck your toes under, and lift your knees off the floor. Keep your knees bent slightly. Look at your hands and energize your arms again as you've been doing. Grounding the roots of your fingers, internal rotation of the lower arms, and external rotation of the upper arms. Take the energy up and back. So lift your sit bones up and back towards the wall behind you. Inhale here. Exhale, straighten the legs in your mount and release your head. 1. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward, lift your hips up and back. Exhale, straighten the legs in your mount, release your head. 2. Continue, inhale, bend your knees, look forward, hips back and up. Exhale, straighten the legs, release your head. 3. 2 more, inhale, bend your knees, lengthen the spine. Exhale, straighten the legs, release your head. 4. One more time, inhale, energize the arms. Exhale, energize your legs and stay there, please. And inhale, step your feet forward. Look at the wall in front, extend your spine. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, come up. Take your hands above your head. And exhale. Release your hands and relax for a moment. Okay. So let's come into mountain pose now. In downward dog, the foundation was in your palms and the action of your fingers and the spreading of the palms. Similarly, in mountain pose,
The foundation is in your feet. So spread the soles of your feet. Then bend your knees slightly. Lift all your toes up. And here in downward dog, it was the roots of your fingers where the foundation was. Here in standing, it's the big toe mound, the mound behind the big toe, the little toe mound, and the center of your heels. The weight has to spread evenly between those 3 points. So lifting your toes up with your knees bent, push down on your big toe mounds and drop your little toes on the floor. That will also engage the little toe mounds. And then pressing on the big toe mound, little toe mound in the center of your heels, straighten your legs, activate your thighs to support the foundation of the feet. Lift your kneecaps up, lift your sternum up to extend the spine, widen the chest, take the shoulders back, straighten the arms to the side, palms facing forward, energize, straighten your elbows, energize your palms and your fingers. And now drop the big toes as well. The little toes are already on the floor. And see if you can keep the 3 middle toes lifting. It's a little challenging, but just try to do it anyway. And activate your thighs, spin your inner groins back, drop your tailbone forward slightly, and lift the lowest back rib up in the back body, lift it up to lengthen the back wall of the abdomen. The navel will come in a little bit as you do that. And now hold your body with your actions, refine your actions using your awareness, and notice the position of the 12 major joints, your ankles, and then balance with your actions. The ankles can be balanced with the action of the feet, knees from the action of the thighs, hips from the action of the glutes, shoulders from the action of the upper arms, rotating out. Elbows can be balanced from the action of your forearms, lengthening. Wrists can be balanced by the action of your fingers and your palms spreading. So refine and release. So even though in mountain pose, it's a simple posture, it's a standing posture. But if you understand some of the concepts of the practice, like we did just now, with the actions, the joints, being aware of it, refining between left and right, if you understand some of those things, then when you actually go into the postures, you repeat in every posture, you do that same practice, and it's going to be different in every posture on every side. But that's how you refine the practice in your postures, okay? So relax now, and we're going to do a few sun salutations. So starting with the classical sun salutation, first just observe your breath for a few rounds. And on your next inhalation, take your hands above your head. Exhale, relax and fold.
Inhale, look at the wall in front. Exhale, right leg back, right knee down, hands on the floor.
Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale, move to
Plank position. Inhale in plank. Exhale, knees down, chest down, hips lifted. Inhale, drop your pelvis and navel, lift your head and chest. Exhale, lift your hips back and up to downward dog. Inhale, right leg forward, left knee down,
and hands above your head. Exhale, hands to the floor and sink your hips.
Inhale, step your left leg forward, look at the wall in front. Exhale, relax your hips and fold. Inhale, hands above your head, come up.
Exhale, release your hands. Continuing, inhale, hands above your head, activate your thighs. Exhale, relax your thighs and fold from the hip joint.
Inhale, look at the wall in front. Activate your thighs to open the back of the legs. Exhale, right leg back, right knee down, hands on the floor.
relax and open the front of the right thigh. Inhale, hands above your head. Continue to open the front of the right thigh. Exhale, move to plank position. Shoulders in line with your wrists. Take your heels back slightly. Activate your thighs. Inhale here. Exhale, knees down, chest down, hips lifted. Inhale, drop your pelvis and navel. Lift your head and chest. Exhale, lift your hips back and up. And activate your thighs. Relax your heels towards the floor. Inhale, right leg forward, left knee down, and hands above your head. Exhale, hands to the floor. Relax and open the front of your left thigh. Inhale, step your left leg forward. Look at the wall in front. Exhale, relax and fold. Inhale, hands above your head. Activate your thighs to stabilize your legs. Exhale, relax everything. Focusing on the length of your spine. Inhale, take your hands out and up. Lengthen the size of your waist. Exhale, fold with a long spine. Inhale, look at the wall in front to extend the spine. Exhale, right leg back, right knee down, hands on the floor. Look at the wall in front. Inhale, hands above your head. Energize a little bit more with the right hand to open that side. Exhale, move towards plank position. Shoulders in line with your wrists. Take your legs back slightly and take the navel in. Take your heels back slightly and navel in. Exhale, knees down, chest down. Lift the buttock bones up high to bring the arch into the low back. Inhale, lift your head and chest, pelvis down to bring the arch in the mid and upper back. Exhale, look at your hands. Take your hips back and then straighten the legs, release your head. Inhale, step your right leg forward, left knee down, and take your hands above your head. Energize with the left hand a little bit more. Exhale, hands to the floor. Look at the wall in front. Inhale, step your left leg forward and look at the wall in front again to extend your spine. Exhale, fold with a long spine. Inhale, hands above your head, come up. Exhale, release your hands and relax in mountain pose. We're going to continue to warm up the body, this time in sun salutation A, which is slightly different. Inhale, take your hands above your head. Exhale, relax your hips and fold. Inhale, look at the wall in front. Exhale, step both your legs back to plank position. Drop your knees to the floor, bending your elbows back. Bring your chest halfway to the floor, if possible. Inhale, upward dog. This time your elbows will straighten as you lift your head and chest with the knees on the floor. In a modification, exhale to downward dog. Keep your knees bent slightly. Look at your hands. And once again, find the foundation in your palms, the roots of your fingers, external rotation of the upper arms, and energize to move the hips back and up. And then straighten the legs any amount. Release your head. Lift all your toes up, and like you did in mountain pose, if possible, big toe, little toe on the floor, lift the other 3 toes up. Drop the outer heels towards around the floor. Activate your thighs, spin your inner groins back. Lift the sit bones up, and then lengthen the lowest back rib and the back body away from the hips to lengthen the back wall of the abdomen, and then bring the navel in. Release your head, stay there. And this is what I mean by the importance of mountain pose, because all these actions I just took you through in downward dog were all part and the same actions as you did in mountain pose. Slightly different because of the foundation being in the hands as well, but conceptually the same thing. Inhale, step your legs forward, look at the wall in front. Exhale, relax your hips and fold. Inhale, hands above your head, come up. Exhale, Release your hands. One more. Inhale, hands above your head. Nice and tall in your spine, long spine. Exhale, relax the hips as you fold.
Just let it go. Don't push too much. Inhale. Look at the wall in front. Exhale. You can step your legs back and do one of the modifications that you did earlier to come down, or you can go into full chaturanga, keeping the entire body parallel to the floor like this. And inhale, so upward dog. This time, maybe the knees will come off the floor. See what works for you. This is a little deeper in the spine, so see if it's appropriate, do that. And then exhale to downward dog. Try to remember what you just did in the previous one and do it on your own, please. Inhale, step or jump your legs forward. Look at the wall in front. Exhale, relax and fold. Inhale,
Hands above your head, come up. Exhale, release your hands. Okay, we're going to continue warming up, and this time in Warrior 3. So bend your knees, place your hands at the roots of your thighs, bend your knees, a little lower, and lift your chest up. Bring your elbows back a little bit, and then take your hands above your head. Inhale, exhale, relax,
and fold. Inhale, look at the wall in front. Exhale, step or jump your legs back and bring your body down. Your choice, or you want to bring it down. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Your choice. See what works for you. Exhale to downward dog. Pivot your left heel to the floor. Take your right leg forward.
inhale and come up to Warrior 1 on the right side. Exhale, hands to the floor, right leg back, and bring your body down. Inhale, lift your head and chest in upward dog or a modification. Exhale, lift your hips back and up to downward dog. Pivot your right heel to the floor. Take your left leg forward. Inhale to Warrior 1 on the left side. Exhale, hands to the floor, left leg back, and bring your body down. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Exhale, lift your hips back and up.
So by this time, your body knows how to stay in downward dog. And it's likely that your breath is getting more challenged here. So use downward dog as a restorative posture to release, relax, and recover your breath. On your next inhalation, step your legs forward, step or jump. Look at the wall in front. Exhale, relax and fold. Bend your knees.
Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale, come to standing. Last one. Inhale, bend your knees, hands above your head. Exhale, relax your hips and fold.
Inhale, extend your spine. Exhale, step or jump your legs back and bring your body down.
Inhale, lift your head and chest. Exhale, lift your hips
Back and up. Pivot your left heel to the floor, right leg forward.
Inhale to Warrior 1 on the right side. Exhale, hands to the floor, right leg back and bring your body down. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Exhale, lift your hips
Back and up. Pivot your right heel to the floor, left leg forward.
Inhale to Warrior 1 on the left side. Exhale,
Hands to the floor, left leg back, and bring your body down. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Exhale, lift your hips back and up. Once again, the function of downward dog in sun salutation B is one of restoration of the breath. So relax your breath and allow it to recover. Inhale, step or jump your legs forward. Look at the wall in front. Exhale, relax and fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale, come to standing and relax there. Okay. Okay, we're going to go into a few standing postures. If you need bricks, which is a good idea, especially if you have any amount of physical or emotional strain, the use of props are always nice to help you to relax that. So if you're using props, place them at the back edge of your mat, please. And stand at the center of your mat, facing the camera. Let me see, I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit. Okay, good. Okay, so stand at the center of your mat, facing the camera, and I'm going to mirror you, so when you watch the screen and practice, it will seem like we're both doing it on the same side. And we are going to go into Warrior 2 first. So step or jump your legs apart, take your hands apart, and point your right foot out. Charge the left side of your body as if you're going to touch the wall behind the left middle finger. Hold, activate the left leg, and then bend the right knee and relax the hip joint, bring the knee in line with the heel. And then once again, activate the back leg. Find the outer edge of your foot on the floor by lifting the left big toe up and take the left shoulder back. Drop the right shoulder and turn to gaze at the right middle finger in Warrior 2. Stay there. Notice the position and the actions around the ankles. The right knee is lifting, the left knee is lifting, the right knee is relaxing. Now here, the joints are moving in different directions and different function, but it's interesting to observe them. Straighten, go to the other side, charge the right side of your body, bending the left knee, relax the hip joint and bring the knee in line with the heel, then activate the right side again, drop your shoulders, take the right shoulder back a bit, drop the left shoulder and turn, gaze at the left middle finger. Notice the position and the action or relaxation between the right and right ankle, the right and left knee, the right and left hip, right and left shoulder, right and left elbow, right and left wrist. Inhale, come up, exhale, step your legs together, release your hands. Next posture is a continuation of Warrior 2, where we open a little bit more. So step or jump your legs apart, hands apart, pigeon toe the feet and always a little bit. Point the right foot out, charge the left side as you did, bend the right knee, go down with your legs, and then bring the right hand down, take your left hand straight up. Relax the right knee,
Bring it in line with the right heel. Take it slightly to your right, and the right hip will move forward. Both hips will move forward slightly. And bring the right hip in line with the right heel. Now, activate the left leg. Ground the outer edge of the foot on the floor. Lengthen the right sternum. Take the left shoulder back. And then take your hand overhead. Stay there. Good. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Change the direction of your feet. Inhale, charge the right side of your body. Exhale, bend your left knee. Take the left hand down, right hand straight up. First, relax the knee. Bring it in line with your heel. Then take the left knee to the left a bit. Hips will come forward. Then activate the back leg. Round the outer edge of the foot. Lengthen the left sternum. Take the right shoulder back. And take your hand overhead. Stay there. Maybe you gaze at your right thumb. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Step your legs together. Release your hands. Okay. We're going to go into triangle next. Step your legs apart, hands apart. Exhale, point the right foot out. Inhale, relax the hips. The hips should move back, relax as you reach with the right hand. Just move back to your left and then release the right hand down, left hand up. Relax the hips first. Then take the head and chest back a little bit and bring both your hips forward a bit, just a little bit. So the right hip is in line with the right heel. Then straighten the left leg, lengthen the right sternum, take the left shoulder back, and then maybe gaze at your left thumb. Go. Strong back leg to come up. Exhale. And change the direction of your feet. Relax the hips as you get into the posture. Lengthen with your left hand. Exhale. Release the hands to the brick or wherever's comfortable for you. And then inhale. Relax the right knee. Take the head and chest back. Hips will come forward a bit. And straighten the right leg. Lengthen the left sternum. On the inhale, exhale, right shoulder back. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, maybe look at the right thumb. Strong back leg to come up. Exhale. Step your legs together. Release your hands in mountain pose. We're going to go into a forward fold. If you have particularly tight hamstrings, you may want to have the bricks in front of you because you may need it for your hands. Step your legs apart. I like to align the back of my heels with the back edge of the mat. That way, everything is in the same plane. Pigeon toe your feet in a little bit. Take your hands out to the side, palms facing down. Relax your shoulder blades. Relax your hips. Relax the outer edges of your feet on the floor, the outer heels, pinky toes, pinky toe mounds. And turn your palms up, look up. Exhale, relax the hips and bring your hands in line with your shoulders, either on the floor if that's available, or put your hands on the bricks if you need. This is the half position. Here, first we want to, this is a forward fold. So forward folds mean that the hip joint, the pelvis has to revolve for you to fold forward. If your hamstrings are tight or your calf muscles are tight, they're going to be an obstacle. But just by trying to do these actions, they'll also open the hamstrings and the calf muscles. So the half position is important. Bring your shoulders in line with your wrists, hips in line with the heels, and pushing down on your wrists, lengthen the sternum and look at the wall in front. This will bring the spine to a more concave position, and it will initiate a rotation in the pelvis. Lift the sit bones up. Now, if you're able to, then straighten, keep the sit bones lifted like downward dog, and straighten the legs any amount. Don't force the legs, but whatever is available naturally. Then lift your big toes up, drop the pinky toes out, down, and the outer heels down. Activate your thighs, lengthen the spine, then relax the toes. Now, many of you will just stay here in the half position. This is deep enough because it's likely your hamstrings may be tight. So just stay here. Some of you may be more open, and in which case, walk your hands back, bring the back of the wrists in line with the back of the heels in between your legs, and once again, do the actions of the half position. Lengthen the sternum forward, drop the outer edge of the feet, activate your thighs, lift your sit bones up, and then exhale, fold any amount, rotating the pelvis, lengthen the sternum forward, and maybe take your abdomen, torso, and head towards your legs, and maybe they'll come down to the floor as well. Relax here once you're in the final position, or even if you're in the half position, just relax. Inhale, come to the half position and walk your feet in a little bit. And stay here. We're going to go into a twist from here. Lengthen the spine in the half position. And bring your left hand directly under your chest, so it'll come a little bit to your right. And lengthen the sternum forward. Keep the hip squared. And wrap the right arm behind you. Hold the left hip. And when you twist, what's going to happen is that your left hip will drop. So use your hand to keep the left balanced, same height as the right. Then lengthen the left sternum and take the right shoulder back. Without twisting the hips, twist the spine to your right. Stay here, or if you're more open, you can take your hand up as well. Release, replace the left hand with the right hand. Lengthen the sternum forward, wrap the left arm behind you, hold the right thigh. And again here, your right hip will tend to drop down. You can lift it up a little bit with your left hand. Lengthen the right sternum forward. Take the left shoulder back. Lengthen and then turn your head. Lift your hand up if that's available. Release. Lengthen the sternum again in the half position. Bend your knees slightly, hands on your hips. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Bring your legs together in standing. Okay. You're going to step to the top of your mat and inhale, take your hands above your head. Exhale. Relax your hips and fold. Inhale, extend your spine. Exhale, step your legs back and bring your body down. Inhale, lift your head and chest.
Exhale. Lift your hips back and up to downward dog. And inhale, come to plank position. Exhale. Bring your body down, all the way down. And keep your hands where they are when you came down from plank. And you're going to do a few back bends now. So ground your pubic bone on the floor and the navel to the floor. And lift your straight legs up behind you. Lift your head and chest. Press down on you with your wrist to help you lift the head and chest up. Stay there, please. And release. Turn your head to one side and release your hands back. Just move the torso from side to side a bit to gently relax, massage and relax the lower abdomen, upper abdomen. And bring your chin back to the floor. And this time, keep your hands where they are, with the back of the wrist on the floor. And once again, ground your pubic bone and navel. Legs can be together, if that's available, or apart. And lift your straight legs up. Lift your head and chest. Try to lift above the knees. And try to lift the chest off the floor. Let the weight come more onto the navel. And release, turn your head to the other side. Just relax here for a moment. And bring your chin to the floor again. This time, interlock your fingers above your hips. And lift your shoulders. Take them back, straighten your arms. Your chest will lift, elbows towards your back. Lift your legs up as well. Lift your head, elbows towards the back. Lift above the knees. And try to come more to the navel by lifting the rib cage off the floor. Just the lower rib cage will be on the floor. And release, please. Relax for a moment. Okay. Now we're going to go into 3 different versions of Cobra. So you can stay lying down on your belly and place your hands on either side of your chest with your fingers pointed forward. And here, tops of the feet and the legs will be on the floor. Lift your head and chest. Keep the elbows bent and look towards the ceiling. Release. Turn your head. Relax there. Keep your hands where they are. Now move your hands slightly forward, about a foot in front, so the hands come on either side of your head, the ears around there. But elbows towards each other, elbows off the floor. And once again, lift up now. This goes a little deeper. Elbows may not straighten completely. That's okay. Don't push too much. Just go to wherever is comfortable. Here, the navel will lift off. Take the chest through. This goes a little deeper into the spine in the back bending direction. So be careful if that's a problem for you. Back bending. Don't go too deep. Okay? Release. Turn the head to the other side. Relax. Move the body from side to side. Last one. Take your chin to the floor. Take your hands forward so the wrists go just a little in front of the head. Okay? Once again, lift the head and chest. And here, the elbows will straighten mostly. And lift your head up. Look at the ceiling. And the navel is off the floor. Pubic bone is on the floor more. And try to relax there. Don't push too much. You should not be struggling. If you're struggling,
then you've gone too far. Relax, back off a bit, and release, please.
Turn your head to the other side. Just relax here. Good. And then roll over. You're going to lie down on your back now. Just going to clear the pores a little bit. And we're going to do a few bridge postures, a few variations. So lie down on your back with your knees bent, heels in line with your hips, and close to the hips. Just relax for a moment here. Allow the sacrum to relax, the back muscles to relax a bit. You can just move from side to side. And then the first one, we're going to do 3 altogether. First one, hold, grip the sides of your mat. And as you lift the hips up, roll your shoulders under, elbows on the floor, toes in, heels slightly out, push down on your feet, activate the glutes, lengthen the tailbone forward, take the navel in, and use your lower glutes and the action of your elbows and feet to lift the tailbone forward and up, to lift your hips up, and take your chest towards your chin. Bring the weight more into your shoulders. And release your hips. Relax for a moment here. The benefits of your practice to be absorbed by the body, mind, and the energy body, and creating the room for that to happen. Second one, lift your hips up, interlock your fingers, and roll your shoulders under. Here you can begin to take the shoulders away from the ears a little deeper. Drop your elbows to the floor, even if your fingers lift up. And then pressing on your feet, tuck the tailbone, fire the lower glutes and the upper hamstrings, and lift the tailbone from there. So it comes from the lower glutes, not from the back muscles. Relax the back muscles. Take the chest towards the chin. Bring the weight more to the shoulders. Press on your elbows. Maybe you bring your little fingers to the floor without lifting the elbows up. And release. Relax again. So the last one, you can do any of the previous arm variations, gripping the sides of the mat, interlocking your fingers. Those are deep enough, but some of you may have been practicing longer and maybe you're more open in the back bending direction. Because this third variation I'm going to show you is going to take you deeper into the spine and the back bending of the spine. So, which means that if back bending is a problem for you, that direction, which it is for some people, then definitely don't go deeper. Just do one of the previous variations, yeah, and stay safe. Most important thing. If you're more open and it's okay for you, then hold your ankles, pull the ankles in a bit, tuck your shoulders, and pushing down on your elbows, lift, roll your shoulders under, lift your hips up. Once again, tuck the tailbone, lengthen the tailbone forward towards the knees, and scoop the tailbone up from the lower glutes to lift your hips and bring the weight more to your shoulders. Press down with your elbows, press down on the feet to activate the lower glutes, and bring the chest towards the chin.
And gently release, please. And hug your knees in. We're going to release the lower back now a little bit. Hug the knees in to your chest. And maybe you move the body from side to side a little bit. Now release the knees a little away from your chest and let them move away and be straight above your hips. Place your palms on your knees like this, knees together, feet together. Relax your feet. And you're going to relax your legs and hips and use your hands to circle the knees and massage the sacrum with this movement. Really nice, gentle movement. It's nice for the sacrum, especially after that back bending there. And then change the direction. Use your hands to do this movement, not your legs or your hips. Let them relax. Just enjoy it. It's important to enjoy the practice. The practice has to be the component of bliss or pleasure, which is a more external, gross expression of bliss. It's important to feel that, to feel and enjoy the practice. Okay, and then release your feet to the floor with your knees bent and pointed up. And release your hands in line with your shoulders, palms facing up, tuck your shoulder blades under. We're going into a reclining twist. So lift and move only your hips up a little bit to the right and then drop them down. Straighten the left leg along the floor. And using your left hand, pull the right knee in to your chest and take the right leg to your left, dropping the inner right foot and the inner knee on or towards the floor. Release the left elbow to the floor and use your hand to keep the knee pulling up towards your left elbow as well as towards the floor. This will twist the lower back here. Then pressing down on the left elbow, lift the left sternum up and reach with your right hand to twist the upper spine. You may have to do that a few times. Flex the feet, lift the left sternum up, press down on the left elbow slightly, reach with your right hand to twist the spine. Relax the right side of the abdomen, relax your glutes, relax the muscles around your spine, and look to your right. And then once you stay there in whatever's available for you, use your breath, use your inhalation to energize those areas that are tight in the back of the spine, and exhalation to suggest for them to relax. Inhalation to create some space, exhalation to relax. This is really good to relax and release the back muscles. Use your breath to create space, energize those muscles, exhale to release and relax them. And come back to center.
Bend your knees and lift and move only your hips to the left. Straighten your right leg along the floor. Use your right hand to pull the left knee in towards your chest, and then, sorry, I have to move my mic, and then bring the inner foot and knee towards the floor or on the floor. Use your right elbow on the floor, right hand to pull the knee towards the right elbow and down towards the floor to twist the lower spine and the hips. Flex both feet. Reach the left hand in line with the left shoulder. And pushing down on the elbow, lengthen the right sternum first. And exhale, reach with the left hand. Relax the left side of the abdomen and the muscles around your spine to take the left shoulder down. You may have to do this a few times. Inhale, lift the right sternum up. Exhale, press slightly down with the right elbow and reach with the left hand. Relax the muscles one more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, relax and revolve the spine to the left. And then stay there. Look to your left, holding your body with your actions. Use your inhalation to energize and create some space around the muscles that are tight in your back. And your exhalation suggests for them to relax. And release, come back to center. Just square your hips, relax there for a moment. We're going to go into happy baby pose next, which is a good hip opener here. So square the hips and bending your knees. I like to take my hands from inside my knees and then hold the outside of the feet. So that way you can use your upper arms and your elbows to pull the back of the legs down and the knees down. Take your tailbone down towards the floor, feet in line with your knees, and stay here in happy baby pose. Lift the sternum up, tailbone down, and use your hands to take the knees towards the floor. And just stay there. This is a relaxed, comfortable posture. Enjoy it instead of struggling. Sometimes we get too used to struggling with everything. You lose the joy of the practice when you struggle too much. It doesn't really do any good. Instead, apply the actions that you need to apply and then try to relax in the posture. Good. And release, please. And roll over to your side and come up. You're going to go into a seated posture with the legs straight forward on the mat. And move the flesh from under the buttocks. Legs together. Inner next to the big toes touching, heels slightly apart. If you have tight hamstrings, it's better for you to sit on a bolster or some elevation, because the hamstrings will be restricting the hip joint. And even if you notice that you lean back, then you probably need a bolster. Place your hands next to your hips
flex your feet, bringing the toes towards you. Push out from the big toe mounds. Lengthen the inner heels away from the inner ankles. And lengthen the inner line of the legs. Activate your thighs to lift your kneecaps towards you. Spread the toes away from each other and pull the little toes in to bring the outer line of your legs in. Now, drop both sit bones, lift your sternum up, use your hands to keep the spine extending. Shoulders back, drop your shoulder blades down your back and bring your elbows towards each other. Look at your big toes. Hold the body with your actions and balance, refine your actions, balance the position and the actions around the 12 major joints in your body, your ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, elbows, and wrists. Stay there. Good, and release, please. We're going to go into a twist. Hold the back of your right knee, and I'm going to mirror you for this so you can see it more clear, and pull the foot in. So right heel in line with the right hip, a little bit of a gap, about a palm width gap between the right foot and the left leg. Hold the front of the right knee like this with your hands and lift your sternum up. Flex the left foot. Activate the left thigh. Ground the sit bones, lift the sternum up. And then you're going to twist to your right, hook the left elbow in front of the right shin. Use your right hand to lift the navel up and turn the abdomen to your right. Twisting here, twisting the abdomen, and then release the hand behind you. Relax the right sit bone forward a bit, left sit bone back. Flex and activate the left leg, drop the sit bones, push down slightly with your right hand to bring the torso forward so you can drop the left sit bone. Lift the left sternum up and twist. Take the right shoulder back. Good. Release, please. Release the right leg. Both legs straight. And then holding the back of your left knee, pull the left heel back, left foot back, and hold your shin with your hands like this. Activate the right leg, flex the foot, activate the right thigh. Drop both your sit bones and lift your sternum up. Stay here. Then hook the right elbow in front of the left shin. Use your left hand to lift the navel up. Move the abdomen to your left, twisting the spine to the left and release. Now press down with the left hand a bit. Take the torso forward and relax the left hip forward, right hip back slightly. Lift the right sternum up and bending your left elbow. Take the left shoulder back to twist the spine and finally look to your left. Relax the sit bones, lengthen the spine, twist the spine, hold the body with your actions, and use your inhalation to energize wherever you feel the stretch and create space. Exhalation to relax the area. Good, and release, please. Come back to seated posture with your legs straight forward. And place your hands next to your hips. This way. In this prep for forward folds. Lift your sternum up, shoulders back and down as you did before. Flex your feet, activate your thighs. Look at your big toes, spread your toes away from each other, push out from the big toe mounds, bring the little toes in towards you. And keep everything as it is, bring your hands to Namaste, lift your sternum up, interlock your fingers, straighten your arms in front, and then take your hands above your head. Lengthen the side waist, lengthen the spine, Open the armpit chest area by taking your elbows back in line with your ears. Lengthen the front of the spine, the back of the spine, and the sides of the spine. Keep the legs working. Release the interlock, look up, exhale, fold from the hip joint. Keep the hands moving forward, look forward. And after you've gone down as much as is naturally available, release your hands to wherever is comfortable for you. You can hold your big toes or the outside of your feet, or if they don't reach, you can use a belt to place your hands around, or you can even just place your hands on your shins like this. So it's not important to go down so much, that just depends on how open you are. More important is to lengthen the sternum forward and lengthen the spine. That will initiate rotation in the pelvis to open the hamstrings. And as I mentioned earlier on in the class, in the standing forward fold, if your hamstrings are tight, they're going to obstruct this, and be careful not to go too deep because it'll get into your low back. In which case, stay up like this and just lengthen the spine here. Stay there. That's better. And that's good for the spine and the hamstrings. Definitely don't try to force this posture. If you're a little more open, hold wherever's comfortable, lengthen the spine, stay in the half position, lengthening the sternum towards your chin, straight arms, straight spine, straight legs. Now, this is good for most of you. This is a lot for most of you, actually. So just stay here or in a previous stage. You should not feel any pain in the back, especially any sharp pain. If you are, you're doing too much, back off, please. Those of you who are more open, inhale, lengthen the sternum forward. Exhale, bend your elbows out to the side and release your abdomen and chest towards your legs. Keep looking forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Forward and relax the hips, elbows out to the side. Fold to forward fold. So take the sternum forward on your inhale. On the exhale, fold from the hip joint and release your head. Inhale, come to the half position. Exhale, interlock your fingers, take your hands above your head on the inhale. Exhale, release your hands, lift your sternum up, and release. Okay. Last posture, we're just going to go into let's see, let's just go to a twist again to release the spine. And let's do a simple one. Just lying down on your back. Lift and move your hips to the right. Pull the knees, both knees in. Knees together, feet together, and drop both knees to your left on the floor. Lift the left sternum, reach with the right hand, and twist. You can use your left hand on your right knee to keep the knees down. Twist the spine to your right. And come back to center. Lift and move your hips to the left. Bring your knees in, flex your feet, knees and feet together. Bring the knees to the right on the floor, feet on the floor. Center, feet on the floor, square your hips, tuck the tailbone, straighten the legs along the floor, tuck your shoulder blades under, and then just relax in Shavasana. Just observing your breath as it releases and finds its way back to its natural state of relaxation. And while that's happening, allow your muscles to move away from your bones in the action of relaxation. Suggest for your throat to relax, the skin on your scalp to release, top, sides, back of the head, your forehead, eyebrow center, and eyebrows to let go, your eyes to rest, sides of your nose and cheeks to relax. Release your jaw, tongue, teeth apart slightly, lips touching lightly. Let go of your shoulders, elbows, and wrists. And rest your spine from the, from the base of your skull all the way down to the sacrum. Relax your hips, knees, and ankles. And release your entire back body into the floor. Back of the heels, calf muscles, knees, thighs, hips, waist, torso, shoulders, elbows, wrists, back of the neck, back of the head. Relax the front body, the top of the body towards the center of the body, and the center of the body towards the back body. Release the entire back body into the earth and just rest there. And take a deeper inhalation and exhalation. Move your fingers and toes. Give yourself an overhead stretch with your arms. Stretch your legs. Then flex your feet to stretch the low back. Bending your knees, roll over to your side. Support your head with your upper arm. Release the other hand in front of your chest. Stay here. And then pushing down with your hand, look at the floor. Come up to a comfortable seated posture. Thank you very much. You can join me for this vinyasa practice every Thursday at 5:30 p.m. PST. Or, of course, you can access it later too. Have a great rest of your day and weekend, and I hope to see you soon in person. Thank you.